Okay, so today's SPY looks like this. It is currently 1:21 Eastern Time, Friday, January 30th, 2026. Now, you will notice, looking at the 5-minute, looking at my trading system for MetaTrader using, I have set up IFC markets using MetaTrader 4. Down in here, you see the sell signal right here that kicks off this down move in 5-minute time frame. You see like a double top pattern right in here. You see probes going up, telltale signs that this is weakening. You see the pattern striking support. It goes up, it fades, it fails to make new levels of support while forming resistance right here. Support right there becomes resistance. Keeps setting up resistance. Okay, right in here it tries to go up right here, but right there, that is the signal of death, I call it. When you see this goes up and then it cuts right there, there's nothing after the signal of death. It was a fake out move up. You have a resistance above. That's a short signal right there. It's kind of like seeing a doji at the top of a pattern. In this case, it's a continuation signal. Time to short that. Short it with both hands, right? Okay, that thing goes down, all right? Tries to come back up for air and a volatile move back up. The pattern's not having it. It's going to keep going down. This is a short day. Another short signal right in there. More resistance, all right? That's the 5-minute chart. Hourly, we're still in a bear market going back to this bear signal right here. Look at the chart. What do you notice? What do you notice immediately? Signal of death. How could you not see that if you have my system and you know what the signal of death is? There it is. What happens when you see the signal of death? You do the opposite of the previous signal. So that was a buy signal. Then you see the cut, boom, nothing. All right. That means short. That means short because the up signal was a fake out. And it was a big fake out. Look at it going down, confirmed by the 5-minute chart. Okay, that's the end of MetaTrader trading system. Okay, now I'm going to go look at a different trading system that is also based off of this and very similar. This is a perfect setup to have both the MetaTrader system, which is for sale for $500. If you bought that, you can also buy another system based off of this converted for ThinkOrSwim. You don't get that one for free if you buy the MetaTrader one because it is rare to have a system that works this well. It took a long time for me to convert it and perfect it. Okay, and while I was talking about shorts for today, I'm going to talk about a long signal that I've seen. So the setup for this system, send me $500 cash and you could have the code for this. All right, no refunds after you send it. I'm not going to send your money back after I give you the code and you act like you're not happy about it. I put a lot of work into this and it's a done deal. The first thing I'm going to do is go out and spend the money because I'm desperate for money right now. And I will not take anything less for this because I put in a lot of work for it. And although I'm desperate for money, I am not going to take even a penny less for it. $500 cash app, you get the setup. How does it work? This advice right here I'm telling you right now, even if you don't buy the system, a lot of people don't even know this. You can set up on ThinkOrSwim tick data. It makes more sense to use tick data because every 133 ticks for this options contract makes a candle. Instead of doing 1 minute or 5 minute, those suck. Those suck. Everyone's looking at that. This will make a better signal. A lot of people don't know about this. Now, it is very rare to have an indicator that actually works on options contracts. Well, this system that I converted from my MetaTrader system, oh man, it was so hard to convert because ThinkOrSwim is much different than MetaTrader. I got this to work after many times. I had it working not as effectively. I went through many versions of this until I came up with this version, perfected version. Okay, so here's how I played this. Okay, you get the initial signal and then you play a fade. After the signal, you get this signal. You don't want to chase it. You want to play a fade, put the buy in. So technically the second signal right in here, you could have got this for 25 bucks. You go for a double up. This is such a good trade because it happened. You could see in here the signal happens at 12. Okay, 12 o'clock, 12:09. You get the signal. Usually there's nothing going on in the afternoon, but look, you could double your money if you play it right. But this was way out of the money. So the other setup is, okay, I have Parah, which you also get if you buy the system. You get these two indicators. You get Parah. Parah is set up 100 MA, bands enabled, bands deviation 0.7, 500 max bars, show studies, and then the rest is how you want it to look. Okay, so what you want to do is when you buy an options contract, you want this to, preferably you want it to touch. It did a touch right there, and then you want to wait for a signal. There's the signal, and then you want to fade the signal again and make sure that you have a valid signal. And also you want to watch. So I pulled a contract up back in here. This is set up, same setup, same indicators, but the tick data is instead set to 800 ticks. Now they have 1600 ticks right there as a default, but you could just type in 800 right there and select OK. So back in here, there's your buy signal. Okay, you get two buy signals, one on the options contract, but this is way out of the money. See, it's 689. This is like 4 points out of the money, but it's only $25 risk. $25 risk, that's the most you could have lost, and you could double up. But practice on a trial account. You do at least 10 trades practice before you even consider going live, preferably like 150 or 100. Get good and proficient until you have a winning record in demo. Once you have a winning record in demo and you have full confidence, set your rules. Make sure you set stop losses. Make sure you understand how much you can trade, how much you could afford to lose, rather, and don't risk money that you cannot afford to lose. Set your how much you want to make. So basically, when you trade below the Parah, you want to trade below the Parah, preferably after it touches on an options contract right here. All right, you want to make sure you have signals that support your reversal. This is a call contract looking for a reversal off of a down market over here in the underlying. You have SPY set up, then you have options set up that you pick. So then you want to wait until it crosses above the Parah to do your exit. Okay, preferably you want to get up here, but that wasn't possible in midday. It wasn't that great, but it's rare to get good midday trades like this. Enough to double up money from 25 to 50 bucks. It's kind of like a blackjack trade, but a calculated one. Earlier in the day, there was this short sell indicator, not indicator. The Parah indicator looks whacked out, but you could see the short contract. This is a put now, 688. You have a buy signal on the put. Okay, there was not a possibility to fade this, but over here you could see you get the short. The short happened over here at 1046 using this